Anyways, going through. There's YouTube. Both YouTubes. Twitch going. Yes, Twitch is going. Majma! Hi everyone! How's everyone today? I am excited. We have a new puzzle game to try out today. And I have heard a little bit about this game, but I've been avoiding looking too deeply into it because I want to see what it's about for myself, and I kind of like puzzle games. Hence all the Portal that we play here. So this is Blueprints. As far as I'm aware, it's kind of like you have like a set of cards that lets you decide which room is next or something. And then you have to solve puzzles in each of the rooms, and how you place the rooms could affect other rooms. So like if you put a furnace next to an ice room or like a freezer, then it'll melt. So I've heard like bits and pieces from people talking about it, but I've only seen like a couple screenshots type thing. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see just how this goes. And I hope I'm not too confused about it. But we will see. We will see. I have no idea what the intro to this is going to be like. Is it even going to have a tutorial? I imagine it has to have a tutorial. It'd be weird if a puzzle game didn't have a tutorial. Or like one that was baked into it. A goo bomb. That sounds like a pretty interesting developer, I guess? Raw Fury. It's always funny to look at the names of the people who make games. Thunder Ross. I'll have to remember that name if I like it. Oh, there's a face.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish
Hi,
and
Bento.
declare
How
this
you?
instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Oh. He put his will and testament on a record? That's an interesting one.
And bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Glad to see you here, Bento.
Should my
Been a while.
grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert
93
S.
important.
Sinclair.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, you've caught us right at the start of the Blueprints playthrough. This is my very first time with this game. And so I kind of watched that opening sequence and see what the heck this is about. Oh, wait, 50? Why is there 50 in the top right corner? Top left corner. Got my rights and left confused. Hope that's not important later. Okay, so that's not the number of steps we have. Oh, we've got blueprints here. Mountain Holly blueprint will also serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. Press tab. Okay, so we're in the entrance hall here. There's an antechamber there. We definitely don't want to call it a day yet. Only open in the event of my death. Well, that has happened. Simon welcomed Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms will provide you as much amusement as it did in those last summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intelligence or my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't expect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume that the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. The guards have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandfather used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. And then grandfather's name. Alright. That's interesting. I assume that the 50 then is the number of rooms we can traverse in a day? What is this? Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one footstep. Yep, what I just said. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching manner and must call it a day. Okay. So then, do we want to go left, right, or forward? Let's start with going straight, I think. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So we could do a closet, bedroom, or a hallway. We're not low on footsteps yet. I think let's get the 2 items, because items might help us later. We get a gem. We get a rabbit's foot. Yeah, genuine lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. That's probably a good thing to get early. Ooh, Exit 8. I've done the VR chat map for Exit 8, but I haven't played actual Exit 8 yet. I don't know what the gems do. Am I hearing someone knocking at my door? Oh, it's my cat. Okay. Do we want bedroom, den, or corridor? Corridor is always left unlocked. What does that mean? Being left unlocked. Let's do corridor, I think. Interesting that we can see the front of the house. I wonder if that changes as you go through the middle. Yes, I do have a stream today. It's Sunday. Lavatory, nook, storeroom. Storeroom's probably the most useful, but we're kind of running low on paths then. Let's do that. Got coin, key, and gem. I don't know what any of these are useful for, but we have stuff. And now we backtrack. We've got to make sure that we open up plenty of paths in this direction. And if we open up tab, yeah, so we should look for something that has 2 doors at least. That one should have a door up. Then we'll have more that we can go that way. Is antechamber our target or nah? I don't entirely know what our target is. I imagine not, because otherwise you just straight shot it, right? The pantry has most coinage, but den has the 2 doors we were looking for. So I think we'll go with the den. Let's do this way. Parlor. Parlor has a puzzle to it. Let's try the puzzle. Oh, hang on. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. Is there... I'm assuming this is like 2 truths and a lie. Wind-up key, a component to the parlor game. And then... Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate, the Oldham, past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it has been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we're beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is a rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. I had mentioned you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with your guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box that displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within. The other 2 boxes are always empty. Okay. So in that case, if 1 box is always telling a lie, 1 box is always telling the truth, and the other one could be either. This one says that the statement appears on another box. So does this one. That means that both of those are true. And then this one must be the lie, so the blue box has something in it. It in fact does. Okay, and I don't think there's anything else in here. Now we've got 2 routes we could go, either from the den or the parlor. I think I'm going to continue up this way. Courtyard, guest room, lavatory. We're not quite low yet. Lavatory doesn't seem to have anything in it, which is a little weird to me. That must be one that you have to place next to something else. I think courtyard might be best bet for keeping paths open. It has a gem requirement, but we have gems. I think we'll go that route. Let's see what the gems do. Over here? I have a key here. Got some extra gems from that. Let's continue up. We could do kitchen, nook, Or chapel, which loses us coin. I don't think I want to lose our singular coin yet. That would mean that we can't backtrack that way. I think Nook? Oh, but there is food for sale. I don't know what food does. We only have one coin too. Let's get the key. What is this? Noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations, a pad, scrap paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal. Prove it invaluable tool. Not regret having it beside you on your journey. Okay, for now, you guys are going to be my thing to scribble stuff down on. We'll see if I actually need to get pen and paper to jot down notes. Though I could also use use my drawing software. But we've got another trunk here. I guess I'm going to immediately use that key. This... Yeah, that's fine. Go this way. Ooh. No security. Ooh. Okay, so we found an interesting room. I think I've just clocked what the goal of this is, where you're supposed to uncover every room you can. So you have to make sure that the path continues. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Exit 8's a bit tricky. And any of those spot the different I'm on observation duty like ones are tricky to start out, because you have to learn what all of them are. Yeah, there's a lot of subtle anomalies in those kinds of games. Okay. Does that actually... Yeah, that does update with us moving around. Moving around? Us moving around. Oh, hang on. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. That's interesting. So, have we seen any blue or red memos? Oh, hang on. Over here, there's blue and red. So until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So if red memos are lies, that means that the antechamber is locked and we need levers. Probably. It could be one part of that is a lie. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, a redundant security measure. Normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Okay. That means that we'll have actual, like, security stuff that we have to deal with. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to the house manager, Mr. Babbage. Terminal password, and it starts with an S, is about all I can gather from that. Nothing over here. Files, nothing here, so it's just this thing. Home security. Press enter. Use state inventory keycard system to log into the network. Let's view state inventory. Following is due to a list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. The list will be updated as new rooms are added. So we've missed a trunk, but we don't have a key for it anymore. Because we need to go find a key. We should probably figure out which room that trunk is in, at the very least. Keycard system. Security doors within the estate can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. Keycard system is currently operational. Keycard system settings. Security level medium. Offline mode blocked. Set security level. Security level determines the amount of keycard doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security cards or security doors with a low setting, 5 to 6 with high. Why would you want to see more? We'll leave it at medium for now because we don't know what that does. Change offline mode. Offline mode determines the default setting of the security doors that will be set to if the power is lost. For example, during a blackout. As a general safety mode, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working in the estate. Okay, well, I assume we count at the moment, so I'm going to switch that to unlocked. So now if we get a power outage, doors shouldn't lock. So I guess we'll go with that. Turn to menu. Log into network. Password S. I don't know. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be just S. We'll exit this. Oh, you did it second attempt. Very nice, very nice. Let me figure out what this says. Second? That seems like it would make some level of sense. Nope, incorrect password. Is there anything on the monitors that would let us know what the password is, or is the password somewhere else in the estate? We've got... Wait. That clock. We saw that clock before. It was over here. No? No, it was one in the entryway, wasn't it? This one. Is there anything about this? Missing something. Feels like I am anyways. These in safety. How many clocks in that room? Oh right, I was supposed to look for where the other trunk is. Is that it there? Yeah, that's it. Okay. There is the other trunk, but the trunk is locked and we don't have a key. We'll need to come back to this room once we get a key. Then... Let me look at this again. That definitely starts with an S. That looks like an ND at the end. END? Or OND? But I already tried second. Is there something else from it? And I'm not even quite sure how many letters that is, though. I guess we'll come back here. So I don't quite want to pop that room there yet. Let's head north. Try and open more paths that way. Wait. Oh, because I backtracked. I wasted a bunch of steps, didn't I? I was at like 30 something before when I was in the den. Let's go for the bedroom. So having those bedrooms at the start might actually be useful, because they let you walk further. At least this way I get some back. What is this? Greetings from Reddington. Okay. No on that one. That's locked. Guess we should move on. Guest room that's gonna block us. We have to do patio here. Because otherwise we're basically blocked and can't go anywhere else. Do that one. Wait, if I... 4... That gets to 3... I can do... Okay, so I can basically just walk back and forth here and it's fine. Really did waste quite a bit then. Oh, hang on, there's something over there. What is this? Got a gem. And then we've got buried below. Occasionally you may discover small amounts of dirt in an area in the state. With a shovel, you may be able to excavate these spots. Well, we don't have a shovel. We just have a lucky rabbit's foot. There's a greater chance of finding items, but no shovel. I don't see any mounds of dirt here either. Oh no, right there. Okay. So, ideally we want this to be green next. We want like courtyard or something. Locked. Frick. Okay. Then we have to backtrack to security and hope that we get a key in that other room. We're definitely learning a lot, but I don't think we're getting anywhere near this run. Furnace room, more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. Hallway. Neither of those are great. Neither of those will do anything we want. So we're going... I guess hallway is what we want. Or you know what? Let's investigate the chapel. This run's screwed anyways. Because that patio door is locked and there's no key. Well, hang on. Oh, once you've drawn floor plans, you must select one. Okay, we'll do chapel. But before we enter there, let's double check this. If this tells us that there's a key somewhere that we've missed, that'd be great, but I doubt it. View state inventory. 1 gem, 2 trunks, 0 key. Okay. So next time we know that we want to at least hold 1 key at all times. We shouldn't use it immediately on trunks. Yep. That was our fee for entry. So that's blocked off. Is there anything of use in here? What happens if we try to enter when we don't have a fee, is the other question. Hang on, so there's a maid, a baker, we've got
5 to 3 is the farmer. That would be 6, I think is that one, is the horse rider. 4 is the chimney sweep. 1 is another farmer, but that's with a hoe. And then that one is 7 is the king. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna pull out a notepad because that seems like something I should remember. So 6 is king. And then 5 is maid. I also don't know if these are going to change from day to day. 2 is baker. Uh, 3 is farmer. With what is that tool called again? Not a rake, pitchfork. The farmer with a pitchfork. And then 6. Oh, the other one was 7, wasn't it? 7 was king. This is 6. Hi, Mush! We're trying out a puzzle game and I am definitely getting a bit confused. So this one is a horse rider. Oh, they're a jockey. That's what the term is. Jockey. And then 4 is the chimney sweep. And then, yeah, that's 7. 1 is gardener hoe. Okay. Got that. I don't know if that's going to be useful, given that this is the last room we had access to. Let's see what happens if we step out, and then if we try and enter again. No? Okay, so if you don't have any, you have free passage, is what I'm seeing. Because we can go back and forth. So that's just going to spend money if we have it. Patio is locked right now. And there's no other entry we can take. So I think we call it a day here. And see how it looks next day. Is there anything we want to double check before we do, though? I think that's what we good here. We'll call it a day. Or we can find a new room of the estate, as well as your inventory will have been reset. Okay, so we'll lose our items each day too. But we'll go ahead and call it a day. Take what we learned. I wonder if the password changes too. We found 1 item, 13 rooms. Not great. We know rooms are more likely to get locked as you head north. We just kind of kept running into dead ends. Let's see how we can do. So save and continue. This is a curious game, though. Day 2. Got our 50 steps back, and we know that walking through open ones work. But they do take steps. Is this just the same thing? Yes, that is just the same thing. That is just the exhausting thing. Let's try north again. Do we want to start with the parlor puzzle, or do we want to start with the bedroom? I think let's start with the bedroom. We learned last time. Though 2 is not the greatest of the bedrooms. Definitely if we see another one where it's like, get 10 back. Then, yeah. Found a thing, though. Found a sleep mask. First time you enter each bedroom with a sleep mask, gain 5. Great, okay. That should keep us going for longer. We do definitely want more steps at the start this time. The same thing. Yep, greetings from Reddington. Let's head this way. Parlor, guest bedroom. Utility closet has breaker box. Breaker box sounds interesting. Parlor, I don't really want the parlor right there. Guest room of 10 is really good though. I'm gonna go for utility closet. I don't know what breaker box does. E-card entry system. Danger toggling the breaker switches may result in loss of floor plan functionality. Okay, so this is how, if you have the security room, you can set it to where the doors auto unlock on power outage. This does the power outage then. Back indicators, gymnasium, dark room, garage. Turn garage on. Just because we're probably going to want power at least until we get that security room. And the nice thing is, now that we have this bedroom next to it, we immediately get back the steps that we took to get there. So that is at least useful for a place that we might have to backtrack to. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go left. Let's leave right open as much as possible. So we definitely don't want storeroom. Pantry's gonna be dead end. We want corridor then. Storeroom does have a key though. Let's do corridor. Corridor is gonna fill out the space better and get us where we need to go. I'm worried about dead ending myself again. Cat. Nothing under cat. Nook, pantry, or parlor. Puzzle, we've done that puzzle before. I like that puzzle. Guaranteed key is nice, though. Like, let's guarantee the key. Key seems important right now. This key is what screwed us last time. Yeah, that's just the note that we might want to have something to write with next to us, which I've currently got a notepad open. I don't see anything else here. I've not seen any trunks yet, but we don't want to open any trunks yet. We only have one key. Commissary has items for sale. Storeroom. We want... Let's do storeroom, then we can head back the other direction. That gives us the most variety in our items. Second key is always good, because now we can open a trunk if we find one. That's fine. Good there. Alright. Not much point of walking through the bedroom again. Drawing room, you may draw new floor plans while drafting in the room. Does sound useful. Better than a lavatory that has no exits, and the den only gives us a gem. Oh, there's a gem requirement for some of those, so that's why we're able to pick this one. For that guy. Oh, hang on, what's this? Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay. That's basically just what this is we get 3 more options. I assume on both of those 2 doors. Let's go north then. So items for sale. Guest room might be a good bet there. We can redraw though. But I think let's do guest room. Get some footsteps back. Ah, so those bedrooms are whenever you enter. This one is a one-time. But that one time is pretty darn good. Oh, hey! Found a security card. We didn't even find that in our last one. We just found the security room. Oh, and there's something here. Sinclair just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiards room. It has been ages since I've seen a billiards room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. There is some kind of darts mathematical puzzle in there, I guess? That's interesting. Be it. This way. We now have more steps than when we started, so I'm feeling a little bit better, but we need to make sure that we get something that goes to the right and then something that has at least a straight shot. Otherwise, we are in trouble again. So we don't have a gem requirement. Ooh, we want to do the billiards puzzle because we just saw a note about that. Or do we want pantry? We already have some coin. Let's do the billiards room. I want to try the puzzle. So there's something about that darts board there. Is there anything else before we try that darts board? Oh. Oh, what's this over here? That looks like a special key. Car keys. If we find a garage, that might be useful. And I'm glad that whoever was here decided to leave their keys at the bar instead of drive home. Weird that we're finding more items now that we don't have the Lucky's rabbit foot. Alright, so what is this? 16. Well? No. 8. Eh? I am confused. Is there a note anywhere to help me with this? Or is it just... Okay, so we've got mathematical symbols here. Is that... But what is the goal of it? I assume we start at 16 here. Because that unlocks 2. So then... What do you do there? Why does it light up 12 and 8? Let's try... I'm gonna note down what I find so far. We've got 8 and 12 are the 2 options on that one. If I click 1, does it go back to 16? Yep. 12 goes back to 6. 20? Okay. That was... If they're blue, it's plus. That was 16 plus nothing. Gets you 16. 8 plus 12 equals 20. Now you've got... probably plus 13 minus 12. What I'm assuming there. So then that would get you just 1. Okay. So that works. And then that's 13 minus 11. That would be 2. Oh, and now we've got a different one. What is... Starts... I'm gonna mark down, blue is plus. Yellow is minus. Pink is... What is pink gonna be? That's probably gonna be 5 times 2. That would be 10. Yeah, so pink is multiply. So now we've got 12 minus 8. Gonna be 4. Then 4 times 4 is 12. Nope, okay. Order of operations. Forgot that. Wait. What did order of operate to? 16, 20, 2, plus 16. And that was plus 8 plus 12, 20. And this one is plus 13 minus 12. That one equals 1. I'm noticing that it's at least keeping the same ones. So if I can figure out, I can write them down and do it right. This one is plus 13 minus 11 equals 2. 2 is over here. And this one was the plus 5 multiplied by 2. That one equals 10. And now here's the complicated one of how do you order of operations this? Because you have plus 12 minus 8 times 4. And that equals... how do you multiply anything times 4 and get something within this board without doing the addition first? Times 4 is big. That would be... Unless I did my addition wrong. No, because that would be 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. Not 4 times... Did I mess up 4 times 4? 4 times 4 is 16, not 12, isn't it? I messed up my multiplication. That should be 16. Okay. That was silly of me. But I now have a fancy key? Silver key. Unlocking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. Okay. That's useful to know. Whenever you draft bedroom, gain 5. We don't have that. Oh, I think we've screwed around again because we don't have a way up. And we can't reroll again. Try the closet, I guess. We're not gonna be able to keep the items anyways, but we can at least see what they are. Get another Lucky Rabbit's Foot. And what is this? Ivory dice. When drafting, you may use the dice to reroll floor plan. Well, that'd be great, but I think we're just a bit screwed here. I've got no more ways to go. This one, it's tricky. Let's see what happens if we turn off the lights. I don't think that even changes anything, yeah, because we don't have any of the rooms that were listed. So yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle again, because we just can't head north. It's a shame, we have so many useful items and just not the drawing we need. Alright. I guess we call it a day again. So what is this directory? Okay, so we can see what's in here. Still have not made it to the all signs. Sealed room. Resting on the 9th right. Prove, however, quite the challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Yes, that is our objective. We are trying to get there. That makes sense. Not uncover every room. Okay, I don't know what all the red rooms are. In furnace in our list. House history. Okay, so that shows what we've seen before. I think we'll call it a day then. And how many days do we have to complete this before it restarts? Did it not give us the number of days? I think that's just we're aiming to do it in the lowest number possible, I guess. I don't see anything about a time limit, so I think we'll just call that there. Call it a day. Same. Snug little cottage. Yeah, no, we found even less rooms this time. Found more items and uncovered some new rooms, though. We're still learning. We'll get there. I don't really expect to beat this game in a single stream. I'd be surprised if I figure it out. Alright. We've done up first last 2 times. Let's try left first. Oh, check. Ooh, okay. That might be useful. But does that mean that we have to find the coat check again? Let's check it. Let's check what the coat check is. It's our first time getting it. We don't have any item. Check item or not. We checked. We should be able to use that on our way out next time. Let's go up this time. Storeroom, nook, parlor. Let's go parlor because that opens up left. Okay, so then all 3 boxes contain gems. The other 2 boxes contain gems. This box contains gems. So if both of those 2, even if both of those 2 are lying, then this box always contains a gem. And these 2 can't be lying. Or like, if those 2 are telling the truth, this box always has to contain a gem. We need to open up that box. And I assume we can only ever open up 1 box. Open the door. The spare room or chapel, probably. Let's do spare room, I think. I'd rather not lose coins every time I enter. Oh, though we should do the chapel again at some point to see if the things change. Yeah. This is just meant to be a hallway, I think, though. There's nothing in. We ideally want something that shows left and right. Guest room's nice. Don't really want to do bedroom, but... Oh, hang on, because bedroom goes right. Bedroom goes up. So let's skip that lower corner and let's go up. Found some coins. Nice. What's uncollected around here? No, nothing new. Items. Go up, we want options. So Den gives us most options. The other 2 at least don't get us stuck. I think let's go for Den. That gives us another gem. Full in picking rooms. How many clocks in here? Anything else putting? I don't think so. Let's try heading to the right some. Commissary items for sale. Utility closet has breaker box. Let's do commissary. That gives us another option for up. Sale, 10% off. All staff welcome. Annual maid sale. Day 20 and 21. Interesting. Staff notice effective first week of December. So that is the same thing, and that looks like it's the same terminal password that's been scribbled out. Don't know what that password is still, but that means that it doesn't change between days. We know red notes lie. So commissary will be closed from 12 to 16, so it should not be closed. Without... So that's like a tiered stand and without ties? What does that mean? A display without a tie? No idea what that suggests. Sledgehammer, sleeping mask, running shoes. Well, we don't have enough for any of those. We'll hold off for now. So, sleep mask would be really useful. Sledgehammer would be interesting too, but nah. Rather not waste extra steps going to the other room, so let's go this way. Secret passage leads to a room color of your choice. Observatory gets you a star. Hallway gets you more options. I don't really care about the room color right now. Let me hydrate. And hi, Pigeon. I didn't actually realize how dry my mouth was until I hydrated and nearly choked on water. Let's see what the observatory is. It still has another option to that other room. I don't know what that star means, though. We can spin this? Is it just a fidget? Or is there actually something to do with that? you know, you shouldn't just crash into the stream like this, but you have no idea what to stream. That's a good question. What do you feel like doing, I guess is the question. I know you normally do things like Satisfactory or Scrap Mechanic. You could try that game that we were thinking of doing after Scrap Mechanic. If it does have, like, actual survival play and stuff to it, we might just want to hop to that sooner than later. So you could give it a test stream. See how you feel about it. So fixed stars... Yes, I have purposely not dropped the name, just in case we decide against playing it or something. Because I like keeping things secret when they're not certain. I preface this book contains a complete starbase, lists all constellations and observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. You've completely forgotten the name. I think I remember it. If you need me to DM you what I remember, it should be on my wish list, so I should be able to double check that. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes will be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. Book a solid base for astronomy will help you easily identify these constellations and impress your friends. Enjoy stargazing. North Star +1 gold. The twins' 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Slice +3 steps. Dymas Minor, added gem. Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. Calvis the Key, +1 key. Dymas Major, +5 gems. Raxus the dead end rooms are more common today. Oh, I hate 12 ones. 15 the sale, everything is 50% off today. That's funny. I like that one. Florious Bloom of the Sky, green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Interesting. All right, and that's the last one. So which one do we have? Can we tell? We have a constellation. I assume that's... we have one? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so I've lowered that as far as I can. What does that do? Well, that blocks our way for one thing. Can I rotate that up? You don't think that one has survival? That's fair. Okay, so that's as far as we can lift that now. Rotate this? Yeah, okay. That should do that. Now we can look out. We have the North Star, gain 1 coin. And I assume that we have to go here to gain the constellation. +1 for every time you drafted an observatory. Is that in the playthrough? That's interesting. I don't know what that does. It just spins. Alright. Locked. That's fine. We do have the other entrance. Garage has 3 keys, requires gem. Guest room gives us 10. Chapel, we lose 1. So then if we do... Commissary is the place that we'd most likely need to walk back to. Oh, we had enough for the magnifying glass, didn't we? If we want to go back and buy that... If we go back and buy that, then that eats all of our coins and we don't have to worry about the chapel. And then we can double check that the stained glass is the same. That also gets us a path north. And let's do that. We'll do chapel, but we'll not enter yet. We'll go back to commissary. Buy that magnifying glass. Check documents of the estate more closely. Okay. So can we use that on this one then? Oh, we can. Okay. Swan Song is the password. Okay. So let me write that down. That was actually really useful. I didn't think it would be that useful that immediately. Let's add that to my notes page of terminal password is Swan Song. And that is in all caps. I got pretty darn close with thinking it was second. That is very similar letters. Does this have anything on it? No, that looks all fine. But I'm definitely glad that we have that. Now, we just need to make sure that we have enough steps to get back to the coat check by the end of the day and we'll be good. Yes, those are the same. And since we've done something that has open doors, that is reopened to us, not locked anymore, so that's good to know. We'll keep heading north for now. Pantry is the only one that actually has an exit. Garage does have 3 keys, though. Pantry is a bit rough to get coins from because we don't know what's going to be beyond it, and if we walk through this chapel, we're going to lose coins. So I think let's go for the garage, and then we'll head back down and go to the other side of the house. What is this? Oh, do we need the break room? Okay, we got the 3 keys. I don't know whether the... Oh, is it because we flipped all the breakers off yesterday? Did it say the same? What is this? Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month, and the car... You and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving it for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for. Miss Babbage. And there doesn't seem to be anything of interest there. Majma! Hiya, Tommy. And yes, today is stream day. Yeah, I don't see much interest there with that one. Bleach there. Random doodles. Can't go up a ladder. Yeah, we don't have the car keys. We can't work that. It does kind of have a Borderlands-ish art style, doesn't it? Alright, so we just need to head back to the entrance hall. Keeping an eye on our steps. This way. There's also not any trunks around, is there? I don't feel like I've seen many trunks this run at all. But I also haven't entirely been looking low on keys. An entrance hall. Got that way left to go. Slept for like 14 hours and don't know what to do. Well, you could watch the stream, you could play games. I don't know. Oh, locksmith. Keys for sale. Well, we already have enough keys. Hallway is the only one that gets us more doors. So that's the way we've got to go despite how nice the guest bedroom is. The doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Well, yeah, that's on a red memo, though, so that's lies. They are not more likely to be locked, but that doesn't mean they're more likely to be unlocked either. It's probably even chance. Let's head north again. Yeah, Cuddle is the command. Cuddle is basically the less violent version of Hug. Now that we have the terminal password, let's try security. We have enough keys. So that guest bedroom is looking really nice. Oh, we don't have gems. We can't do security. So let's do guest bedroom then. Forgot that the guest bedroom gives us the key card too. That's the second time we found the key card in here. I just want to write a quick note. I don't think there's anything that we need from this one. Gotta head that way. Gotta look for a door to the left. Office. Firm's dead end. Okay. We don't have the gems for it, so we're dead end again. That sucks. Let's go for the closet, because we can keep an item for next run. So ivory dice, let's reroll some rooms. And we've got another key. I mean, you shouldn't be trying to break the stream overlay display, but you are correct that if you don't let it break up the word, it will struggle. Do we want to keep keycard or do we want to keep magnifying glass? I think let's keep keycard. We'll check item. Didn't you, like, spam hydrate or something last time? I don't remember, though. Let's check keycard. Keycard hasn't been used yet. But yeah, so can retrieve that anytime we get that. So we have a second way of getting a keycard now. And we have no paths anywhere. So I guess that's all we can do. We'll call it a day again. We got a small cottage again. We got slightly more rooms than our first run. But that is still a bit rough. What's the most hydrates that's been used by one person? I know someone... yeah, Tanny has definitely done a lot of hydrates. I think, actually, Adam reached the cap of hydrates that I set per person. I think I set it to like 20 hydrates per person. They tried to slow me down in Portal 2 during our race by just spamming hydrate. So I think someone's done 40 before. I think that was like Tanny. But that was with the help of someone else too, so I don't know. I just know that I had like 40 hydrates in a single stream or something ridiculous like that. Oh, my birthday was wonderful. I loved it. Both of the streams were amazing. I was super happy during all of it. Between that and the amazing lunch with my family, thank you, Tommy, and all of the cuddles from my boyfriend, it was wonderful. We'll try left again first. Coat check. Key card. Ooh, do we want... Let's claim that immediately. I like the idea of getting that as soon as possible. Retrieve item, key card. Okay. And then we'll head north. Corridor is guaranteed to be unlocked, so we'll go with that one. Yeah, RGB just adjusts the hue slider. I believe it affects the lobsters too. Nothing of interest here. We just keep going. Parlor is the only one with a way, so we'll go that way. Rolling for Frank. Alright, let's see what you roll. This box is a black box, so that box is a lie. Blue box, so that box is also lying. This box has to tell the truth. The box that claims to be black has the gems. The one that claims to be black, not the one that is black. And 4 is not enough for Frank. And this one is claiming to be the black box. That one has the gems. Here we go. What were you rolling for, Pigeon? You didn't say it before you rolled. Oh, for Frank? Okay. 16 is high enough for Frank. Let me put on Frank. Oh, I forgot to make the Discord post that I added the cheese, didn't I? Oh well. I'll do that later. The commissary goes up. Chapel gives us the most options. We don't have any coins right now, so let's do the chapel. Oh, someone turned out the lights. Eternal did. Yes, I am glowy. So let me mark up that RGB. So I think let's try heading north still. Guest bedroom's nice. I think I'm leaning towards the observatory though. Oh, that has a gem requirement. We have a gem though. It looks less dark. I do seem to be a bit less dark than usual. Let me see if we want to change that back. Where is my lights? That better? That a bit darker? Is Wave or MP3 better for videos? I don't entirely know. I think I'm more used to using MP3 format, but I'm not sure if there is a perk of using Wave that I'm not aware of. That's probably something to ask Google. To Observatory. I don't remember what 2 stars does. Oh hey, it goes right back into place. That should... Yeah, so now I've got 2 stars. Twins pair of tests have been added to the entrance hall. Less compression but bigger file size, then probably the MP3 is better, because smaller file size makes it less impactful on your system, which is better for streams and stuff. I think we'll head back to the entrance hall later? Or do we want to double back? If we double back, we're gonna lose steps, and I don't want to... Well, we haven't been in danger of losing too many steps yet. I think let's head back to the entrance hall and get those 2 chests. And these are still the same, yes? Yes. Still the same ones. This way. Oh, but don't we need keys for these trunks? Yep, trunk is locked. Okay. Yep, dang it. Alright. We still have this way to go, so it's not a complete waste of steps. Do we want bedroom or do we want security? We didn't put in the swan song last time, did we? Let's put in swan song this time. This should also help tell us if we missed anything. Review state inventory. 2 trunks. We've only missed the 2 trunks in the main room. That's as expected. Log into the network. Swan song. Password accepted. Is it weird that you're kind of tired of games with Borderlands art style? I guess it's not that weird. Because it is a style that is growing more frequent as, like, games experiment and don't just aim for realistic. Though there are still differences between them. So it's kind of, you could like it or you could hate it. So what are staff services? Punch in, punch out, staff announcements, request schedule change, special orders, return to network. What is punch in, punch out? This service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff have been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Miss Babbage for more detail. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network on this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you, friends in faithful service. Alright, so the staff like us, that's good. Our request schedule change has been temporarily disabled. Same thing. Special orders. You'd like to order... If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders. All staff members' special orders can take 1 to 3 days. This is how we can put in a special item. I don't know what anything other than the magnifying glass and the sleeping mask do. Oh, shovel might be useful. We haven't seen a shovel yet, so let's put in that. Approve the order. Okay. So 1 to 2 days, we will see a shovel in the thing. Was there any other staff services? No. Network menu. Remote terminal access. Possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere in the state using RTA. View active terminals. So offline. We don't even know what the shelter is. We've never seen the office nor the laboratory. Electronic mail. The permissions of the terminal does not allow for access to the electronic mail account. However, currently this feature can only be accessed via the system located in the office. So, office has email. And tell me, you're welcome to work on whatever you want. I just sent you the B-roll footage. I can always get more of it later if you need more footage from that place. Yeah, true. Security does seem like it should have access to the emails. What do you need help on? Is it just feedback or what? Data transfers are not currently available. Glossary of terms. Interesting. There are terms that we haven't seen yet. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoining if they are connected to each other via a doorway. Bedroom. Was 17 high enough for Fred earlier? Oh, did I miss a roll for Fred? Oh, I did. Yeah, 17 is definitely high enough for Fred. Let me put on Fred. Here we go. Just in general, I never used DaVinci. I think you used it before. That's fair. Yeah, DaVinci's a little bit of a challenge sometimes. Alright, so did bedrooms say anything? One of the most common types of rooms. Bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps. They are identifiable by the violet borders of their floor plan. I keep forgetting that we have a Heat the Spider emote. Calling it a day at any time on the current day and reset the rooms in the state, your inventory, and your steps. When you run out of steps, you will be forced to call it a day. I kind of want to redesign Yeet. It's been so long since I've made that one. but I think I might want to try... Yes, Yeet loves to be yeeted. That's why they're named Yeet. Because they like to be thrown and land on people's head. But I should probably try and do a 3D model of Yeet this time and see if I can make them look even more adorable. Checked item is the coat check. No, you don't yeet them at someone, you just yeet. Color. The color of the plan will usually indicate the type of room. Violet is for bedrooms, orange is for hallways, green is for green rooms, yellow is for shops, red is for red rooms, and blue is for blueprints default type. That's a little weird. Just what are red rooms? That doesn't specify, and green rooms I assume have greenery in them, but that's still like just not useful. Dead end. A dead end is in a room lacking a second doorway. If a room ever has additional doorways, it is not considered a dead end, even if one of those are blocked. A security room for red. Is the security room red? I don't remember what color it was. Tommy, thanks for the sub.
Hogger's just gotta keep it up for another 100 years.
Don't know if I'll be going for 100 years. Dig, you can occasionally find piles of dirt on the estate. These are dig spots, often found in green rooms, can be dug with a shovel. They contain hidden items. Directory contains detailed information of all the rooms in the estate that you've drafted. Access directory at any time in the systems menu or by pressing R. Okay. Theurgy blocks in the commissary. Players may find an arcade cabinet. It's a popular game block. Display of the board members of the staff. The cabinet has not been working for the last several years. While the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. So it will be a minigame, apparently. I like it here. I'm fine with being trapped here. Dirt. Occasionally you find piles of dirt. They're dig spots. Yep. Drafting. It's action on selecting the floor plan. Draft pool. Draft pool is a total collection of currently available floor plans, which 3 are drawn at the beginning of a draft. Draw. Yep, that makes sense. How do we see what's in our draft pool, though? That's a different question. East wing rooms. House. Wait. Oh, east wing rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. Okay. Entry. Certain rooms have an effect that is only triggered upon physically entering the room. These rooms are marked on their floor plans by an icon with an open door. Okay. Estate refers to all explorable areas of Mount Holly, including rooms currently drafted, as well as the grounds. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms shown on the Mount Holly blueprint. Exhaust. Taken here, you are exhausted and too tired to do exploring. At this point, you must call it a day. Floor plans. Every room begins as a floor plan, square paper sketch drawn by an architect, full of potential ideas. Gems are a valuable resource. Can be used by architects to draft special floor plans. Tree of Terms is the thing we're reading right now. Those ones will be revealed as we progress. Gold coins are currency which can be used to purchase goods from shops. Goods and services from shops, rooms of the estate. Green room. Floor plans that have a green border are known as green rooms. These rooms are associated with the outdoor areas and gardens and are naturally synergistic with one another. You want green to be placed near green, basically. Grounds, outdoor area of the estate immediately surrounding the house. The grounds include many areas of interest, including the campsite, the apple orchard, and the west path. There's a path somewhere on the west side. That's interesting. We even leave out the front door? We've not even tried that yet. I'll have to try that on the next start. hallway. Orange floor plans are known as hallways, often contain many doors. They provide architects with moving the branch off into different paths, allowing for greater flexibility. House. The house refers to the 45 floor plan grid of Mount Holly. Only the rooms currently drafted are considered part of the house. History. As an architect, you may wish to view previous layouts, room configurations from days in the past. Useful features can be accessed from the system menu. Inventory. Items that have been collected on any given day can be viewed. There's the blueprint menu. That makes sense. Items. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Keys, common resource, open lock doors. Some special keys that can unlock special doors or rooms only appear in specific locations in the house. Keycard door, electronic powered doors that have reinforced steel are only accessed via keycard, considered security lock. These doors appear more frequency higher up in the rank you are in the house. Locked doors, locked and key, that makes sense. Luck, we only need a bit of it. Luck determines the likelihood that you'll find an additional item in rooms and on your state. Luck can be raised by certain items, and certain rooms marked with a clover. So I've not seen any lucky rooms yet. Man, we still have 2 more pages of this to go through. I just want to make sure that I know everything that it's talking about. Mechanical, these rooms are often heavy mechanics controlling control systems that interact with other rooms on the estate. These rooms are marked by the symbol of a gear, breaker box, power source, and laboratory. Environmental house feature. Network, each terminal state is connected to a local network named Blackbridge. This network allows users to remotely connect to other terminals, as well as providing access to staff services and handy features like this glossary. You have pepperoni bacon pizza with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. You were too lazy to cut it. Now you're just tearing into it with your bare hands. That sounds interesting. Permanent. Most things in the state are reset from one day to the next. Nature of the house, however, a few things are permanent, and they're usually marked as such. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Rank. Each row of rooms in the house makes up a rank. As you progress north, rank increases. There are 9 ranks listed on Mount Holly's official blueprint. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can be overheard. Rarity. How often the floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. There are 4 rarities: common, normal, uncommon, and rare. Redraw. That's just shuffling more. Red room. Beware rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options but come at dangerous cost. Chapel we've seen several times. Dark room, you cannot see floor plans while drafting in this room. Gymnasium, whenever you enter you lose steps. Interesting. And then reset each morning. Yep, reset. Permanent changes do not reset. Security locked. Electric powered doors. Reinforced steel can only be accessed via key cards that are considered security locked. These doors appear with more frequency the higher up you go in the house. Shop. Floor plans adorned with borders of gold, yellow are shops. They offer goods or services in exchange for coins. Commissary we've seen. Kitchen we haven't. Locksmith. We've seen those blueprints pop up, but we haven't seen the rooms themselves. Special floor plans. These floor plans are slightly more rare. It costs gems to draft. However, they are often more unique, complex, exciting effects. Special items, referring to items that is unique and inventory bound as opposed to resource items such as keys. That's things like the magnifying glass or the security card that we saw. Spread. When spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active in the estate. That means that you'd have to backtrack to rooms that we've already been to. That's what that means. The more rooms in your house, the larger the spread. That makes sense. Stars. There are several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. Easiest method, of course, is drafting observatories. Each additional star creates new formations and constellations, which in turn beneficial effects. Terminal. Mount Holly is equipped with the state-of-the-art terminal. That's the one we're looking at right now. Tomorrow, rooms that provide benefits in the future, along with belong in special categories of floor plans called tomorrow rooms. They are marked with a clock. So sauna, you will start a day with extra steps. Mailroom packages will be delivered here the day after drawing this room. Coat check, yeah, one or more items can be retrieved on another day. We like the coat check one. Trunk, small wooden chest, always locked, usually containing a few items of interest. West path, a charming path that winds through the woods along areas, or areas that run along the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate. Oop. Hydrating. And you should be careful about knocking your cup over, Eternal. So the garage does have access to that, but we need to open the garage door. Okay. Quit knocking over the water containers. Next thing I know, you're gonna knock over a fish tank. West wing is west side of the house. Okay. We can return to network. Gloss our terms. Okay. So then... Oh, right, the garage was on the previous run, but we couldn't open the door for some reason. So if we want to go to the west path, we'd have to do it on that side. Currently, the chapel would open up that side, but I think we want to start heading more north. We want this exit over here. We'd never harm a fish. They are too delicious to harm. Fair enough. Want items, steps. Let's go for bedroom. That's going to be useful later. This is right next to us. Before we leave, let's double check. I think it's just the 2 trunks. We checked that first thing when we were in here. View state inventory. Yeah, just the 2 trunks. Oh, and there's a sleeping mask in that bedroom. Okay. The only tank you know of is the one Fred and Frank live in? Well, they're currently on my shoulder. Shoulders, I guess. They're one on each. Let's... Patio heads north. Don't have any other green rooms, though. That's the only way to continue heading north aside from backtracking to the chapel, so let's... Oh, but we don't have the gems, so we can't do that one. We need a key for the chest in the entry room, so let's do that one. Got a key. Ooh, walk-in closet. Oh, we don't have the gems for that, though. Let's go for... Do we want coin? But if we get coin, we're gonna have to pass through chapel, so we're gonna lose 1. That still leaves us with 3. That might be useful. But I think the guest bedroom is gonna be our better value here. 8-bit, thank you for the sub. That's still just about the billiards room, which we already solved the puzzle for that one. Good there.
11 months, let's go.
Woo! Alright, so that gave us a lot because of our sleep mask, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's double check that we haven't missed anything. Yep, just the 2 trunks at the start. Main menu. We've already... Hang on, keycard system. Keycard system is currently operational. We have keycards. Offline mode. Or off. General failsafe room offline mode should be set to unlocked if there are any staff working at the estate, so we'll set that to unlocked. Confirm. Security level medium. What if we do... We have a keycard, don't we? Let's set that to high. Confirm. Back. Security menu. There shouldn't be anything else in the network. So yeah, we have a key card. We should be good to try and pull doors that have that thing going on. Yeah, entrance hall, open up. Well, let's hold that key. I don't want to use it just yet in case we come across a locked door. I want to go this way. Head back through the chapel. Or do we want to go through the observatory? Let's head out this way through the chapel first. West Wing Hall. Closet or den. Is there anything special about the West Wing Hall? Because we have not pulled that card yet, and it's specific to the West Wing. But the den has the same number of options and gives us gem. We've seen the den before, let's check out the West Wing Hall. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed off until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any staff may draft south. That's interesting. This has something to do with Lady Clara, then. And let's keep checking south first. If we can't get useful. Drafting room seems useful, but so do the other two. The other two do block it off, while this one lets us redraw those. Let's do this one. It is a pretty cool game. It's been very interesting so far. That just explains the redrawing system. Let's do this. Let's get some items then. Oh, and a shovel. Okay. We now have an additional key, and we don't have any green rooms unlocked yet, which is where the shovel would generally be used. Do we want utility closet, or do we want storeroom? Given that we might have to pass through the chapel, I'm not sure I want storeroom, but that gem is very useful. Between storeroom and utility closet. I'm worried about needing the utility closet and not having it. Plus, I want to check if it saved the things that we flipped last time. Okay, no, so they reset every time. Keycard entry system, we have failsafe on, but we do have the keycard itself. Let's turn on the garage just in case we find that. We are on the west side, and I do want to check out that path. Let's turn off the gymnasium. I just don't want the gymnasium. That should be good. And we want to head north now that we've uncovered those. A meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. We've only reached rank 4. Oh, frick! There's a gem requirement on the garage! Aw, man. Either way, we would have been screwed on that one then. Let's do dining room. It has a better result than the other one. And let's stop exploring the west side until we find a gem. Yeah, so nothing is in here until rank 8 is reached. That's blocked off. We're gonna have to pass through the chapel and go into the observatory if we want to keep heading without exploring west side. Alright, I want to keep heading that way. Entry's useless. Passageway, we don't have enough. Crap. Dang it. Okay, well, that at least does get us a gem, but if I recall, the garage only has one way to go, unless there's somewhere else. Entry's just a dead end, so I guess storerooms are best bet. You want to see me stretch along the Z-axis? Why? Oh, crap. And I just realized what you meant by wide. You wanted wide shapeshift. You couldn't want frickin' the either of the two new outfits. You want wide instead. I mean, there's also option of like I could do tiny head or I could do frickin' where's it there? Bobblehead? I could be big head. But no, you want wide. Yeah, I know, hang on. I was just showing other options. There, that wide enough? My eyes seem weird. I do. Extra wide? What is even up with that? Nope, that's not really any better. That's just bigger. Yeah, I've got very sunken sockets on this one. Or were you wanting the other wide that had the frickin' Stitch thing? Not Stitch. Sid from Ice Age. I have a curiosity now. Can I fix... Okay, so you wanted the other one, so you just want the other way anyways. I don't have to worry about... Give me a sec. There, that what you wanted? There we go, hydrated. Okay. As long as you're happy, I guess. Got key, gem. We can also go... Let's go to the entrance hall. See if we can't get some of those chests. Because I'm not too worried about locked doors now. That's when we go Okay, to the parlor? Yep. I'm fine. This is just weird shapeshift that people like, apparently. You want to do both trunks or just one? Okay, a ton of money isn't great since we have to walk back through the chapel. Let's try the other one. We at least get another key from that. Before we go too far. Okay, we just need to make sure that we get back to the coat check before we run out of stuff. Already done that one. We need to go through the dining room. Okay. The dark room, we cannot see floor plans while drafting in this room. That's not great, but that's alright. Hang on, was the utility closet also have a thing for the dark room? I also don't have Yeet set up. My laboratory is just a dead end. I do want to see that at some point, but I don't want a dead end here. We either do spare room or dark room. I think I'd rather do dark room. I'd rather have the options. Can anyone remember if the dark room was one of the utility closet ones? I don't want to walk all the way back there and not be sure. Turn sideways? That? Or, hang on. Let me... the other way. That? And I'm wide, I'm not the other thing. Not deep. Well, no, I am deep. Different way. Overbite, Kita? Ah. I guess we'll just go in there. Oh. Not see floor plans while drafting. That's fine. Let's do that one. Okay. What did I say? I'm confused. Here, this door is locked. The other door locked? Door is not locked. I'd rather go this way. Okay, both doors are locked. Rather go north, I think. Oh crap, that's what they mean by you can't see it. Okay, I have a gem requirement. Let's go with the gem requirement one. Okay, where are we now? Laboratory, rank 6. I think this is the furthest rank we've gotten. I am, like, mindful. I think a lot. I typically work over at Sync Labs, but I got sent over here for a month to assist more with new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I've been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Yeah. just occasionally fits back into place. putting here? Levers. This machine requires additional power piped in from a boiler room. Okay, so we don't have a boiler room yet. We do have this terminal here. Laboratory experiment setup. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create additional and unique house features that will last until the end of the day. You can see like a hair of geometry that connects into your skull. More or less. I actually know what that is. I don't know if I want to explain that on stream at the moment. Also, shapeshift time is up. I can get out of this mode. Thank you. There we go. Back to normal. So continue with experiment. Select a cause and effect. So immediately add 1 gold to your allowance. Immediately set your steps to 40. So that would just nearly double my steps. It would give me like a third back. Next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Whenever you draft a shop room are the other keys. Oh, gain 1 key, 1 gem, or die selected randomly. Ooh. I think I'm tempted to go with next 3 times I open a locked trunk, set steps to 40. But I don't know if I'm actually going to open another locked chest, because I don't know of any other ones available. I only have 1 key left, which might be spent on the other door. I think we're just going to do immediately set steps to 40. I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't step out of this. We'll combine those 2. Actually, we can return to lab thing. Research logs, no experiment found. Research log will be available the day after the experiment has been performed. Then if we do the swan song again... Does it have to be capitalized? Okay, no, it doesn't have to be capitalized. Hydrating. Yep. And then, so remote terminal access. View active terminals. Let's check out security. And then we should be able to check and see if there are any more trunks open anywhere that we've missed. Inventory. Okay. There's 1 broken lever somewhere. Gotta be in this room, right? Exit that. Alexa, stop. Question is, where's that broken lever? Broken lever look like? Probably this. Yeah, so there are no other trunks, nothing else to search for. In that case, let's do... Well, we can walk back into this room later and reset our steps, so we might want to wait on that one. You want to bite something? Maybe get food? Get chewing gum? We'll exit that. That puzzle needs boiler room attached. We do have door there. We already ate. Fair enough. Okay, that one's also locked. Use the key on this one. On the stick. Let's do den. Now out of keys, but we'll get a gem. Okay, so this one's not locked anymore. Got enough coin. Let's go for kitchen. Oh, that I just wasted a gem on that. Well, we want to check it out anyway. So banana gives us 3 steps. Club sandwich gives us 15. Bacon and eggs gives us 10 steps, and add morning room to today's craftable. I don't know what morning room is, but I think let's give that one a try. Wait, how much banana? 2? The pool adds a locker room and a pump to today's draft pool. Lavatory ends that one. Hallway just has single direction. Let's go for the pool then, because we haven't seen that one yet. The point of this game is we're trying to get over to the antechamber, and we have to make the house as we go, is basically the best way I can describe it. This is a weird pool. So that's blocked off because that's not set up in a way that actually links up. Requires keycard, which we have. Control the flow of water through the estate. Here, let's go north, and courtyard requires a gem. I think. there is a commonality, isn't there, with the types of games I play? Between these two, because we haven't seen either of these yet. I think let's go for pump room. I am curious. Yeah, we can't go into the pool. Maybe we can if we lower the water? If we select pool. I don't know what this does. I am confused. Up. And up. Yeah. And there are a couple ways to recharge the things. Wait, we can flood the kitchen? We have the kitchen over there. What happens if we do that? What if we go to kitchen? Okay, but how do we actually work this? Feels like there should be a, like, lock-in do thing. Oh, something's happening. That pushes water to the kitchen? I don't know what that does. I don't quite want to walk back to the kitchen yet, because that's going to take 2 steps out of me. I want to try and empty the pool first so that I can check both of them in one go. does this work? I think that's at like level 1, then I've got 1 there and 1 more. Wait, hang on. Is that because that's 2, that's 1, and that's 1? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So oh, that doesn't make sense. I was wondering if you had to, like, math it or something like you had to do for the dartboard. Gotta be something I'm missing. The dartboard. The D. Yeah, money is for buying useful items. The gems unlock specific rooms and stuff. Could I not enunciate today? Is that my problem? Walking through the chapel only costs money if you have money. If you have no money, you can still walk through it, but if you have money, it will take it away. I want to empty the pool. I'm sure there's a way to. I'm just missing something about how this puzzle works. We walked in and it was like that. Got a 2 and you've got 1. 2, 3, 5, 8. We've got 3 sets of 3 options each. We could just try and brute force it, which is basically what I'm doing here while I'm trying to think. But I'm also just not quite understanding how this one works. If you guys have any ideas that I should try, let me know. Because I'm confused on how to get the pool to drain on this. Sort of. Because you've got 2 tanks here, one with level 2, one with level 1. This one connects to both of those. And then we've got a 3rd tank over here that looks like it's at level 1. And we've got 8 slots for the pool one. Yes, you are allowed to look up a vid, Tommy.
I shower at night, it's fine. Go behind the tanks? Oh, okay. Oh, I've done a thing. Is that draining the pool? That's draining the pool a little bit. Not enough though. And I've also filled that one now. Now if I to that side. There we go. So that drains that one into this tank. No, that just refilled the pool. Okay. What if I do... that one go up. That one go up. Then that gonna drain fully this time? No. Got that to that one. So lever down fills the room, lever up drains the room. Well, I've got it pointed to... It's clicked on pool. It is messing with the pool. That's lower than it was, but it's not fully drained. I want to see fully drained. Problem is that I don't have this open enough. Maybe try that combination? Do I have to let it refill so that I can let it drain again? That's filled again. Ah, that would make sense. Oh, also, did I... Yeah, so... Water source selection, pump 4, 2 drains, switch. Oh, okay. So not all of those connect to things, that's why. That's what I was missing. So we wanna... dump that into kitchen. Oh shoot, I didn't wanna... Okay, well... I wanna fill kitchen. 3... Kitchen is actually 4, so kitchen is from that last one. Yeah, we just want a full send on kitchen. Why is that not sending to kitchen though? No? We pulled out of kitchen. We sent to kitchen before. Oh, is it 'cause this needs to go out? There we go. That should fill kitchen. No, that doesn't fully fill kitchen.
So we need to get... Kitchen was 4. We need pump 2 or 1 to go into tank 2. Let's pull from the fountain then. Stick that into there. And into there. There we go. So now we are drawing from fountain. And we should be able to fill that and then possibly flood the kitchen. Kitchen was 4, so that would only be this last pump, yeah. There we go. That should fill the kitchen. I don't know if that's visible from where we are, but that's fine. Then if we want to drain pool, we probably need to get that into the greenhouse then. To the greenhouse and into the aquarium. Aquarium's currently full, and aquarium doesn't lead anywhere else. All of those only work with pump 1 and pump 4 off of tank 1. I don't think we can fill tank 2 from tank 1 because it doesn't look like there's a proper pump there. It only is a switch for the 1 and 2. But we can, if we swap that, now the fountain should be pointing to tank 1. We can empty tank 1 into the fountain. If we do select fountain and then do push, that should drain from there. Fountain. Good, that's full. Now we'll set that normal. Let's set all of these normal so that I'm not accidentally pushing stuff places I'm not meaning to. And then go to 6 to drain. No? 6 was already set. Okay, there we go. That should lower the pool even more. Not quite enough. We want it even lower than that. I don't know why, but I want to see what happens. So we've got 2 left. Can we free up 2 space anywhere? Can we do that into... Nope. Reservoir is filled, fountain's filled. Greenhouse. Can we get that into the greenhouse somehow? Yes. We just need to do the other one into this. No? Other way? Oh, right. I don't have it selected. Greenhouse. There we go. Oh, shoot. I accidentally exited the room for a second. I did. Dang it. Alright. Pool. That way. Alright, that should empty pool, fill kitchen. That's 2 changes that we weren't seeing before. Let's head back that way then. Yes! Okay. There's just a whole bunch of coins down here and some lights, but that's fine. Now I'm less worried about the money spent, given that we can now go to the kitchen and buy more food. And we should get all of the stuff back that we spent on that. We'll buy a club sandwich. And I think I'm tempted to buy banana as well, just so that we get it immediately. But also, I don't know if we're going to hit another shop, so I think I'm going to hold our money for now. Today's main course, stuffed wild quail, served only in the dining room. The dining room only serves it after we hit, like, rank 8, and I think we're at rank 6 currently. So it gives us plus 20, plus 10 if we have a trophy room in the house. We're back at 46. That's a pretty good place to be, especially how deep into the house we are. We're doing a whole lot better this time. Do we want to go off of the den or the pump room? I'm leaning towards the pump room. I want to explore this lower section, see if we can't get more items and useful things. Especially since we're lacking a key, and later rooms seem like they keep wanting keys. Alright, so we don't have any gems. So the only thing that we can do is get the pantry. So I guess we're just getting some more money first. Oh, and an apple. We get 2 additional steps from that. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough. I think it should be even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Closed amount should cover the expenses, but please bring back any change from the order to leave it in the pantry. Okay, so that's just why there was money left there. Go up the ladder. I'm not seeing anything here. We might want to swing back by the laboratory and use the thing to check and make sure that we haven't missed any items. Bit sad that there's just not anything over there, essentially, but it's what can you do? So we want to head back up by the den. I do want to double check the breaker box, but I don't really want to waste the steps getting over there. Oh, I also forgot to check the water in the kitchen, didn't I? Well, we're passing back through there anyways. But I didn't see any difference with the water. So we do have access to the water. I wonder if we just do that, if it'll drain things. Cat shelf? Did I miss something on a shelf? I am confused. I see food bowls there. Oh, pool room had a cat on a shelf? Was it on the wall that I can't see from here? I don't really want to walk back in there to investigate. Fair enough. And we'll go back this way. Locked. Missing a key. Might be a bit screwed then. We don't have any unlocked boxes or anything. Go to the laboratory. Enter. Log into the network. One song. Thing. Realized I was putting. We need remote terminal access. View active terminal security, so that we can check for items. The inventory. Okay, so we found everything we can here. There's no locked boxes or anything. Which means that that single locked door is a dead end to us. If that's the case, we're a bit stuck. Think. Oh, hang on. Did we see this one before? Immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via security terminal. That is incorrect. It can only be accessed from the office terminal. And that is because it's a red note. This only works if it's connected to the boiler room. We don't have a boiler room on this run. I think let's head back to the utility closet, double check what's in the breaker room. And see if that changes the dark room at all. We've at least got some extra steps to spend. Yeah, it was in the drawing room, other room. Okay. Dark room is currently off. Let's turn dark room on. Gymnasium on as well, even though we don't have one. Let's see what that changes now that we've passed through the dark room while it's off. And that didn't change the effects of the dark room. The dark room was entirely black when we passed through it. Now dark room is red, from what I see. We'll see if it stays red when we go in. Okay, it is. So now we can actually see some notes. Interesting. Alright, let's start over here. So I assume that's gotta be the west gate they were talking about. Or no, that's the orchard. Which I believe is on the west side. And that's gotta be Clara, I believe it was. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the west wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. And then you've got the camera. Him with the camera. The maids, it looks like. Got him. Ah, I wish I had the magnifying glass. That would be really helpful in here. Another picture of him, another picture of the orchard. Bathtub, vial. Those ones we already checked. Ooh, lockpick! Good! Good, we got it! We've got a way forward. We got very lucky with that. Another picture of the maids. Another picture of the maid. Alright, I think that's all of them then. You're gonna slowly replace words with yeet. I mean, good luck with that, I guess. We want to go back to the den. Lock pit. Alright, lavatory's terrible. Courtyard, we don't have the gems for, so we've got to use hallway and hope for the best. Starting with the, so that's the best idea. I don't need another puzzle in chat, I'll be honest. Rooms in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Yep, we saw that before. That still doesn't say whether that's equally as likely or less likely. Go straight. Got a sauna. Tomorrow you start with the day with 20 extra steps. That's really good. Wine cellar gives you 3 gems, but we won't have anywhere to spend the gems. Billiards room has a puzzle and a way up, so let's go that way. No car keys here this time. So I guess it's only a chance that you get those. Let's do the billiards puzzle though. The best part, you don't have to be... You failed it! You failed it! Video editing is annoying. You had to delete and redo the audio 4 times trying to make it correctly. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so that's 18, or just positive 18, that's fine. So 1 plus 4 plus 3, that's 8. 8's over here. 11 plus 3 minus 6, so that's 14 minus 6. That would put us at 8 again. Yep. 17 minus 15 times 2. So that's gonna be 2 times 2 is 4. Alright. 20 minus 14 times 3. That would be 6 times 3 is 12. What? Did I get that wrong? 6 times 2 is 12. I'm dumb. Alright, that one's 8. And that one is the 14 minus 6 was 8 again, was it? Yep. That was 2 times 2 is 4. So 20 minus 14. That's 6. And then 6 times 3 is 18, not 12. There we go. And we get 2 keys out of that. I like keys. Keys are good. And then we still actually haven't used the experiment in the laboratory yet. So if we uncover a chest in the next room, we'll want to backtrack and use that before we open the chest. But I think for now we're fine. The blueprint, courtyard, office. Oh, we don't have a gem requirement for either of those. We've got to go spare room. You also like keys? I make fun noises. What? Wait, are you saying they, but replacing THE in general? If that's the case, then the I and like should be gone too. I would rather use lockpick kit than that. A bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Sauna. Commissary. We don't have the gems for that one. I think I'd rather start the next day with 20 extra steps. Because it looks like this is the final room we can hit. So having extra steps next time, leaving the lockpick at the coach check to start off next round is probably the best bet. Then we can swing by the lavatory, turn on the immediate effect, and check for any remaining things. Go sauna. Is there anything in the sauna? A deposit box. I don't know where the heck we use that. Vault key. Unlocks box 233. Oh, we have so many good items this run, but we can only keep 1 at the coat check. I think the lockpick set is the one that I would keep so that I can like, hoard keys next round. I've only used the key card once. Head back to the laboratory. We don't have any other shops, do we? No, no other shops. Let's do the remote access, check that we haven't missed any items. Plug in a network. Remote access. Do active terminals, go to security. View state inventory. Okay, there's nothing there. Back to main menu. Exit, and then we'll go back. I'm not worried for one very specific reason. If we do experiment setup, continue with experiment, immediately set steps to 40, find, start experiment. What? Did that not trigger? Oh, there we go. So steps to 40. We've now gotten double the steps that we had. And additionally, we don't even have any more rooms we can open up. We're just doing final checks before we start next day. And we've already determined that all items are taken care of with that. I do think that that counted as reaching rank 8. So the dining room probably also has food in it. So let's go check that, and then we'll double check the security closet. There's anything else in here without the magnifying glass. Oh, yeah. There's the food. And now we will just have dinner. And now we are at 58 steps. So that is just freaking too many steps for this place. We've already done the parlor puzzle. We've already done the billiards room puzzle. Already taken the items out of the closet, so we just need to go to the utility closet, then swing by the coat shack. I don't know what the VAC indicators are yet. The card entry system isn't useful for us here. Yeah, I think this is basically the status we want. Unless someone knows what VAC indicators are and we want to change something with that. But I think we're good there. So then it's just get to the coat check and leave my lockpicks there. I think that's the one I want to go with because it's been more useful than keycard. Keycard we've been able to find in guest room quite frequently. Sleeping mask is usually in bedrooms. Shovel was found in a closet. Broken lever was in the laboratory, but I still don't know what that's used for and I have no idea about the vault key. I think we head back to the coat check and leave our lockpick. Yeah, I'm not worried about spending gold here, honestly. I could have bought bananas if I wanted, but we really don't need them. I hope I know I'm stopping this at 5 no matter what. Confused by that. Good. Coat check. We will check an item. Let's check our lockpicks. There we go. We now have a method of getting the lockpicks back tomorrow. What happens if we walk outside? Because we haven't done that yet. Okay. Oh, we can make a wish. And what that does. But we have money, so why not? I suppose it might just make us lucky tomorrow. That would be my guess. So that's locked. I assume that's basically just if you get to the garage or the other gate, you can walk back to the front of the house and not have to trek all the way through it. That'd be my guess anyways, but I don't know because I haven't unlocked either of those. What else we got here? This is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Got down here. How about you guys in chat just per period? Just periodically suggest a word or letter for you to replace. I mean, good luck with that. Oh. This is pretty. Here. I feel like I might need a flashlight for this. Yeah, because I can't see anything. Yeah, if it gets too complicated, I'm gonna start counting it as another language and tell you to stop. You're fine at the moment, though. Yeah, no, that's a bit too much 8-bit. Huh, so there are more that just lead outside, it looks like. Some of those were probably the east side ones. I've mainly been hearing about the west side stuff. Yeah, I'm sure you were. And I agree with the point you were making. See a campfire over here. Oh, is this where we're staying? Campsite. Due to the rules set forth by your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any point by doing the tab menu to return to the campsite for the night. Alright, so that's literally where we're staying. No, I did not win. I have just walked out the front door to see what else is on the grounds before I call it a day. I don't think this is Yeet's language. I think this is just code, but code is also another language. So here's the orchard we've heard about. Oh, hang on. Did we get a 4-digit thing from anywhere? I don't think we did. I swear I would have written it down if we had counted 4 numbers. So far, the only ones... We've got the password swan song, and we've got a set of numbers combined with a set of occupations, but no specific setup for that. I could brute force it, but 4 digits is a bit rough for that. Oh, is that a dig spot? No, it's not. Okay. Alright. I think this is about where we call it a day. We know that we need to look for 4 digits somewhere in the place now. Go ahead and call it a day. We got to the villa though. So we've reached rank 8. We got so darn close and then just bumped into that sauna. But we start with 20 extra steps tomorrow. That should help us. And we managed to make 97 steps that time. Oh, true, it is about time for stream to end, isn't it? That's a bit of a shame. I want to keep playing this. Though I guess that's a good sign. That's a good sign if my note at, like, reaching time is I want to keep going. It is fun, it is a challenge. I'm definitely going to be open to a little bit of backseating on this. Like, don't give me straight answers, but if I miss something that was on screen, or if there is some combination of an item I have and an item in a room or something, let me know. Like, give me things to try rather than an answer to a puzzle. But I'm definitely very happy to have you guys along for the ride on this game. Seems very fun. And I think this might be a game that I mess around with off stream too, given that it's so round-based. So I might find out things between the stream and come back to it later. We'll see though. Because I've got other things that I've been wanting to play off stream too. Like, I've been wanting to do more Portal Stories Mel and doing some of the achievements on that. But I don't think an achievement hunting stream would be that great, which is why we're doing Portal Revolutions next. But I've been wanting to get back to Portal Stories Mel. I enjoyed it that much. If you've not seen Portal Stories Mel, I recommend checking it out. Yes, loads of fun on that one. What is next stream again? Next stream is Portal Reloaded. I just mentioned it. Man, I am all over the place, aren't I? Yes, we've got that coming up. I should play Baldur's Gate off stream. I don't know if Baldur's Gate is one I really want to do. I've seen stuff about it, but I'm not super into RPG stuff, and I feel like if I wanted to play D&D, I just could play D&D. That's the other bit. But I am excited for upcoming streams, because not only do we have the Portal Reloaded coming up on the Tuesday stream is Portal Reloaded. On Thursday, I have another avatar I'm working on. I'm working on a bird avatar next. I got another commission. We'll be working on that on Thursday. And then we have Scrap Mechanic on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have House Flipper with a Tommy. If you want to get into more campaigns, I will keep that in mind, Tommy. I might have things that I could get ball rolling on if I ever so choose. We will see. Because I know people. Yes, Atami is joining us for House Flipper and is still in chat. So that'll be loads of fun, because we're doing that with Atami and Volky. So we'll be working on the job that has the music room, and then I might be enlisting their help for our office, or I might be buying another house and just seeing how we do working on a house to sell. Not quite sure what all we're doing in that one other than the music room job that I've been holding on to for when Itami joins in. Cause gotta put the musician to work on the music room. But yes, I will hopefully have all of those thumbnails done by the end of today, and they'll be scheduled on my YouTube as well as on Twitch if I remember to actually schedule them this time. What else is coming out? Oh, I know I also put out a call a while ago, like just before my birthday, for questions people had for me. And those questions, the answers to those questions are going to start coming out on the 9th. They'll be coming out on both my YouTube shorts as like the second short of the day, or the just one of the shorts on the day, depends on time zone when it goes up specifically. But it'll also be going up on my TikTok. I've not been using that much, and that seems like good TikTok content, so we'll see if that does well over there. And I believe you did Eternal. I believe yours was actually the first one, so yours will be the one posted the 9th. And if you think of more questions, feel free to post more, because I will be continuing to answer questions in that format for as long as I really care to. I believe you retain the skill points, but you don't retain the money you earn on jobs, if I recall. Yes, yours was first Eternal. But yes, yours was a fun one to answer. I liked your question. Itami's question annoyed me a little bit. Itami also posted a question, and his is coming out on the 11th. So you will get to see what he asked. Unless he wants to share it. But me. Let's see who we want to go raid. Yeah, skill points make it easier to actually do things. Do we want to raid someone else playing Blueprints? Or do we want to raid someone else entirely and leave Blueprints alone for our own discoveries later? Keep it a secret? Okay. I will keep it a secret. Let's see who else is online. Why'd you hit me with a duck? Yes, I hope you had fun eating it. Good to see you again. Let me figure out who we're raiding though. Let's go raid Katie Cat. I think they're doing art right now. And I could use someone being productive in the background while I be productive. Let me make sure that is good to go. Their audio should be fine. It was fine last time. Yes, it is good. We'll set up that raid. And again, we'll be back on Tuesday playing Portal Revolutions. Is that Portal Reloaded, isn't it? I forget what it's called a lot. Portal Reloaded, yes. Portal with time travel. So that'll be very interesting to see. I mean, it's good to slack every once in a while, but I did enough cuddling with boyfriend and stuff this weekend. I need to be productive and do stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Do it, yeah.